sing. Awesome God, how great thou art. You are God, mighty are your miracles. We stand in awe of your holy name. Lord, we bow and worship you. Holy are you, Lord, holy. Are you God? All creations call you Lord. Worthy is your name. We worship your majesty. Awesome God, how great thou art. You are Lord, mighty are your miracles. We stand in awe of your holy name. Lord, we bow and worship you. Eze ndị ga-abịawo, anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, onye na-eme mma, anya bịawo, Jehova ndị ga-abịawo, anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, o eze ndị ga-abịawo, anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, mighty man in battle ndị ga-abịawo, anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, o Jehova ndị ga-abịawo, anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, na-eme mma, anya bịawo, o chi na-enye ndụ ndị ga-abịawo, anya bịawo, eze anya bịawo, Jehova Jireh, anya bịawo n'iru gị. Praise the Lord. Praise Master Jesus. The Lord is good. So today we are not preaching, even though we are going to still make a reference in the Bible. Today I want us to talk about something that I titled Transferred Aggression. Transferred aggression. We are going to still make a reference in a Bible. Chinaza, I want you to tell me what you understand by the word aggression. Tell me what you understand by aggression.
Aggression is feelings of anger or antipathy resulting in hostile or violent behavior, readiness to attack or confront.
Aggression is, read it gently.
Feelings of anger
Feelings of anger
or antipathy.
or when somebody does not have sympathy. I think that is what it means.
Resulting in hostile or violent behavior.
When somebody, an aggressive person, is somebody that is very hostile, you know.
Readiness to attack.
Readiness to attack. When somebody is aggressive, the person can attack. The person can hurt. The person can use any sharp object. I don't want to mention any sharp object, like knife, for example. You see some people stabbing some people. You see some people slapping some people. You see some people doing hurtful things to people. You know, these are people that are known as aggressive people. When somebody is very much angry and is ready, not just that the person is angry, but he's ready to attack the other person. That is what is called aggressiveness. You understand? Choma, I want you to let us look at what the Bible said about aggression. I want you to open to the book of Ephesians chapter 4 verse 31 and 32. If you can read it out so that we'll hear it very well. Ephesians chapter 4, read.
It says, get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger.
You see, it says get rid of all bitterness and what?
Rage.
The rage
and anger.
And in this place, it said, let all bitterness and wrath and anger. You see, it's using different words, almost the same thing, but different words. It say, let all bitterness. This one is saying, get rid of them. Continue.
Brawling and slander.
And brawling and slander. And here it says, and the clamor and evil speaking. Evil speaking is what is known as slander. You understand? Let me give you an example of slander. It's just like, how will I put it? Let me give you a very simple example. Somebody is going on the road, maybe somebody that you know, maybe the person is wearing something that you don't like. For example, there are people that don't like to wear trousers, or people that don't like to wear knicker. Then you now see that person wearing knicker. All of a sudden, you start spoiling that person's name, saying that that person is a ashawo. Because of what is. Then you'll be telling the other person, this person is ashawo. Or you see somebody, you don't know anything about that person. You will just start slandering that person's name, speaking evil of that person. You may just decide to say, oh, this person is a thief. Or this person is an adulterous woman or an adulterous man. You are just spoiling that person's name. That is what the Bible is saying. An evil speaking, talking evil against somebody. The Bible said that we should get rid of them. Let all of them go. You understand? Even giving false witness, something that you did not see. You say, oh, just because you want to spoil the other person's name, you now start saying it. The Bible is saying, let all of them go. Choma, continue.
Along with every form of malice.
That is what the Bible says. Say, take all of them away, even with malice. Chinaza, what is malice?
When you do something like trying to be negative.
No, that's not malice. That is not malice. You don't know what is malice. You guys are very innocent. Let me tell you what malice is. He said, be put away from you with all malice. Malice is, maybe you have a problem with somebody. You have a misunderstanding with somebody. Then you decide not to talk to the person again. You don't see eyeball to eyeball. You know people like that you don't want to talk to this person. I don't want to talk with this person. Lie. You start keeping the person malice. You don't greet, you don't talk. Even there are people that they are so difficult to manage or so difficult to. There are people that you don't. How will I put it? You don't. No, when we say no me kai bien, what do you say? How do you understand what I'm saying? Them. You dislike them because of one thing or the other. Maybe because of their character, because of their way of life, or because of the way they behave. You don't want to associate with them. You understand what I mean now? That does not mean that you have to keep malice with them. Or it could be somebody that you are working with. It can be a fellow student. You don't agree. You two of you don't agree. Or maybe you have misunderstanding. Then after the misunderstanding, you decide not to talk with the person again. You start keeping the person quiet. You don't greet. Maybe if the person greets you, you look... You understand what I mean? That is what it means to keep quiet. When you stop, to keep malice. When you stop talking with somebody that you used to talk with, especially. because you cannot keep somebody that you don't know malice. It's only the people that you know, no? It's only people that you have dealings with that you can have misunderstanding with. If nothing concerns you with a regular person on the road, I mean, you don't need to keep that person quiet. But somebody that you know, maybe the same person goes to the same... Do you know that people, they go to the same church and still they don't talk to each other? You understand what I mean? These are the things we're talking about. Keeping malice. Then Choma, read verse 32.
Be kind and compassionate to one another.
You say it.
Forgiving each other.
Forgiving each other. Be compassionate. Be kind. Chinasa, how do you show kindness?
Just by being a good person.
Showing kindness to the other person. Be compassionate.
By caring about them.
Yes. When you care about somebody. For example, how will I say it? You see your brother is hungry. Let me just use here now. Everybody is hungry, for example. Then you go to the fridge and you see one Burger King there. One what do I call it? Burger in the fridge. And you know that Choma is hungry. Chidera is hungry. No one has eaten. And there's one left. You have to be kind enough to share it so that it will reach everybody. Even if you did not get satisfied with it. But at least everybody has eaten something. Then you drink water. You understand now? Then you have to show kind. For example, you are going on the road now. You see an elderly person, you know, that is maybe suffering with, maybe he's dragging something. Maybe he went to the supermarket and he's coming out. What he's carrying is heavy, you know, and you are a young person. So what do you now, to show that an elderly person kindness, you ask, can I help you to take it to the car? You understand what I mean now? You are being kind. You are showing compassion. When you feel somebody's, when you help somebody to relieve his or her burden, you know, that is what it means to show kindness, to be compassionate. You say some people, some vulnerable people, most of them, they are disabled. There are so many things they cannot do, you know. You show them kindness. You see some children, there are things, you know, you show children, you show everybody kindness. That is what the Bible is saying. It says, and be kind one to another. I'll be kind to you, you be kind to me. If I'm the only one showing you kindness and you're being hostile to me, it does not go well, no? So kindness is supposed to be receiving and giving. Receiving and, you understand? It has to be reciprocated. You understand? That is what it means. Then forgiving one another. God knows that if two people, human beings, are together, even in a family, there must be a time that there will be a disagreement. You understand? There must be a time. There is no way there will not be disagreement. There must be disagreement. Sometimes I'll disagree with Daddy, but that does not cause quarrel. When I say I don't quarrel with Daddy, it is not that we don't have disagreement. I'll say, no, I don't want it this way. You understand what I mean? There must be disagreement. So when there is disagreement, you know, there must be disagreement in a family. There must be disagreement among your friends. There must be disagreement in the workplace. Anywhere you find yourself, as long as there are people there. You understand? There must be disagreement. So the Bible is saying, when there is disagreement, when there is a problem, you should learn to forgive. If you go to some families, they don't see eyeball to eyeball. They are the same mother, the same father. There are some families that they can never agree. I don't want to start giving you examples, but I know of families that when you enter, you will see the senior brother is not talking to this middle brother. The middle brother is not talking to the first auntie. The first auntie is not talking to their last born. Everybody is just disagreeing with each other. There is no love there. You understand now? But the Bible is saying, be kind to one another. Tender-hearted. How did he say it here? Tender-hearted.
Compassionate.
Compassionate. When your heart is soft, when you have love in your heart, show somebody love. You understand? And the forgiving one another. Because if you love somebody, the person offends you, there is no way you will not forgive. You say, oh, if not for the love I have for you, I wouldn't have forgiven you. You know? So it's not just it's not just in the family. There are people that would offend you outside. You still forgive them. But when you forgive them, maybe you don't have to, the Bible says, can two walk together except they agree? If you are not in agreement with somebody, you forgive the person and let the person go. Because if you keep that person in your life, the person will keep offending you. Are you going to be forgiving all the time? So what you do is you keep the person at arm's length. You know what it means to keep at arm's length? You keep the person at arm's length. You forgive the person. Anytime you see the person, you talk, you don't understand. But you let the person be. So that you not be quarreling and be having keeping malice and, let it not result to slandering and the gossiping, talking about the person in a negative way. You understand what I mean now? The Bible says, even as God, for Christ's sake, had forgiven you. God forgive us because of his son, Jesus Christ. Say, for Christ's sake. That is, that Jesus Christ that came to die for us, it now made God to now forgive all our sins. So when we sin, we go to God through Christ. You understand now? So what we are talking today, this is just a preamble. What I want us to say today is to discuss today is what I titled transferred aggression. Transferred aggression. Chidera, what do you understand by transferred aggression? Speak so that we'll hear you on the speaker here. Tell me what you understand. Just give me what you feel is transferred aggression. Because we're talking about aggression. And I have told you what aggression means. I've told you that you shouldn't allow aggression to be in your heart. Because aggression will cause you bitterness. Aggression will cause you high blood pressure. So tell me what you understand by transferred aggression.
I think that what I understand by transferred aggression is like when you are angry with someone, for example, then that angriness that you're feeling, it will now pass to another person, and then that person now will feel angry, and that person can transfer it into, it's like a cycle, like a chain.
Okay, hold it there. Chinaza, what is transfer? Do you understand by when somebody says transferred aggression? What does it mean?
I think it means when, for example, someone.
Speak up.
When someone makes you angry, but you don't show the aggression on them, you show it on another person.
Come on, baby. You hear it? And it's your key sister. China, do you agree with? You agree with?
That's what I was going to say.
Yes. Transferred aggression, like when I was going through studying, I came across this thing. It says transfer of aggression is one emotion. You know that anger is emotion. Happiness is emotion. When you are happy, how do you show your emotions? It is, for example, when I'm happy, I dance. We are learning how much I can know. Here is Jesus. Children, when you are happy, right? What do you do? So it is all of them are emotion. Anger, emotion. Joy, emotion. Happiness. He said, most of us tend to have it. We have it inborn. You understand? Transfer of aggression. Everybody have it inborn in all of us. He said, when we are offended by someone, we tend to, at most times, pour out our annoyance or aggression on other people who are totally ignorant and unaware of the situation that might have transpired between you and the person who annoyed you. Let me tell you, everybody have it. It is inborn in us. Everybody is born with anger. Everybody is born with emotions, no? Do I tell you, am I the one that taught you how to laugh? And when do you laugh? When you are happy, you laugh. Or when somebody take you, take. That's one of our clients. You do you take, you know. So when he's happy, you do you take. You understand? Nobody teaches anybody how to be happy. So it is natural. It is natural to be angry too. When you are provoked, you'll be angry. When you are hungry, Chinaza, you are not always angry except when you are hungry. When you are hungry, I see it on your face that you are angry. You understand? And that time that you are angry, if Chidera just say, Naza, how do you respond to Chidera? Oh, Chioma, you are the Chidera that is cat and rat. If you are hungry or you are angry, it's not Chidera that causes your anger. The Chidera will just come and say, Chayo, man. You say, go there, get away. Look at your head. You don't know anything about what happened to her. So that is what is called transferred aggression. The other person is unaware of what might have transpired between you and whoever that offended you. But just because he's angry and now he's with you now, he will now have to transfer the aggression, his anger or her anger, to you. I want to give you examples of transferred aggression. For example, when an employee, a worker, is angry with their boss, they transferred it to their spouses at home. Somebody goes to work. For example, daddy goes to work. Maybe he has a problem. God forbid he will not have a problem. Maybe something happened. You know, when he comes back, I'm innocent. I don't know what happened. Then when he come back, you say, some people are like that. Some husbands are like that. Their wife will just say, nah, or you did not agree to say, Then when he comes back, maybe because that towel is there and that towel is not supposed to be there, you will just use that one as a you understand? You just start, who kept this thing here? So what have you been doing at home? You cannot keep the house clean. You know, something that doesn't used to anger him before, just because somebody else his guy in the office provoked him. Then he comes back home, he will not take it out on the wife. Or it's the wife that they provoked in the workplace. Then when she comes back, she will take it out on the husband, or she will take it out on the children. You understand? That is what we call transferred aggression. I'm going to tell you something that happened some time ago. They said that this thing happened in January 2015. There was this air pilot. That is people that pilot plane, you know, people that drive plane. What do they call them? Pilot, no? It's an Italian. It's a commercial airline pilot. He had problem with his wife. He was having premarital problem at home. And the wife was going to separate. And when they separate, before you know it, they will divorce. Then this man now threatened the wife that if she separates from him, that he was going to purposely crash the aircraft. And the aircraft, that is why anytime we are going, anywhere we are going, you have to pray. You understand? You have to pray. And the aircraft that man was going to crash purposely was going to carry about 200 passengers. 200 innocent passengers. Was it 200? Yes. 200 passengers on board, yes. The thing is on newspaper too. The newspaper carried it. Because the wife told him that they were having crisis in their marriage. Then the wife, he told the wife, if you leave me, I'm going to crash the aircraft with 200 passengers on board. definitely this man was going to transfer his aggression on innocent people from different walks of life. Do you understand? So some people that when they provoke them at home, you just pray. If you are going to work, let it be that the manager of that place is not the one that is having crisis in his home or her home, because they will make life miserable for their workers. You understand what I mean? Because so many people are going through difficult divorce, difficult separation, especially in this Western world. Know that most times when people separate, it is the men that suffer it. Unfortunately, though, it is the men that suffer it, because if I'm not too sure, but from the little I have seen, if a woman and a man marry and they have children and they divorce, it is the man that leaves the home. That is why you see so many homeless men. They go and be sleeping in their cars. So that maybe that was what the man was thinking. So, after all this year, after all that I have built, after all that I have worked for, so you will divorce me now and take all my properties, you know? So the man now threatened the wife. And fortunately, the wife now went to the police. The wife now went to the police to report, and the man was arrested. You understand? So that is what we call transfer of aggression. Transfer of aggression. Then there is one that is very, very common among our people, especially our people. When a man and a woman have problems and separate and divorce, most men, I'm not saying all, most men will transfer their anger, the anger they have on their spouses, they will transfer it on the children. Do you understand what I'm saying now? A man and a woman, they have problem, you know, then they have separated. Normally, the man is not supposed to abandon their children. Children are not supposed to be abandoned on no account, because they are innocent. They are not the one that say that their father and their mother should separate. No. Children need their father and their mother, even when they are no longer together, when both parents are not together. Because the problem of the wife and the husband is not the children that caused it. Is it the children? When a woman and a man have problem, is it the children that caused it? No. So now, when they separate, they will now abandon the children with their mother. That is why you see most women are single parents. It is not supposed to be so. Some, they will just abandon their children in the hands of their ex-wife. They don't know how their children are feeding, how their children are clothing, how their children are faring, whether they go to hospital, whether they are sick, whether they are doing well in school. They will not care. They will not know. You know what they believe? They believe, when this boy is of age, he will come and look for his father. He will come and look for her father. If it is me that my parent abandoned, my mother or my father abandoned, if I become well-to-do, I'm not going to say I will not forgive them, because I don't have anything to do with them. But I will not go and look for them. What am I looking for them for? Even if they are dying, there is no bond. You understand? There's no bond. I will not look for them. Some, they will say, don't worry, let her go with the children. When the children go, because they believe that if the children want to marry, that is the father's that will come. They say they receive their father's blessing. Are you going to receive a blessing from a runaway father? What kind of blessing is he going to give? The blessing that he has not given since you were small. Now that you have made it, you become a scientist, or you become a doctor, or you become whatever you want to become, God wants you to become. He was not part of your life. He was not part of your suffering. Now he wants to be part of your glory. Is it possible? So they will now transfer the aggression they have. Some fathers that abandon their children, some of them is not their fault. Because there are some women, they will not want to see that man again. They will deprive the child, the father, from seeing the children. That one, I'm against it too. You understand? They will say, lie. If you ask maybe their children were small when the man left, then they will tell their children, no, your papa don't die. You understand? They will say, no, papa don't die. Allah, mama. You understand what I mean? So it's only when the children get older and they are more matured now that they may find out that their mother was telling them lies. Oh, you understand? It's not good to tell children lies because they will definitely find out. You understand what I mean? They will find out no matter where you are. Now that the internet is everywhere, they will find out. So it's better you tell them, oh, your father was not good, or your father and I were not getting along fine. So before one person will buy the other person, it's better everybody goes their way. But your father is alive, he's also so pleased. He doesn't want to be in your life, or he wants to be in your life, but I don't want him. Maybe because of the kind of life that he was living, or there are some, but mostly not our African people that are into
Smoking.
Not only smoking, that is
drugs.
So those kind of parents now, maybe the mother may not want to, you understand what I mean now. But what I am saying is, parents should not transfer the aggression that they have on their spouse to their children. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. Let me tell you something that happened. You know that before a child will get a passport, the mother and the father will have to sign for the government to release passports to the children. I think you have the idea. There is one man, he refused to sign. He refused to write a letter. He refused to bring his documents for his ex-wife to go and renew the passport of his children. You understand? He refused his children. The children used to have passports, but when the passport got expired, and his document, his signature and his document, just photocopy, he refused to bring it for the children to have their do their renewal. Why? Because he wanted to punish the mother. Now, are you punishing the mother, or you are punishing the children? And you know that in this country now, it is passports. In this country that we are now, they don't value taheta again, no? No. You don't do things with taheta. Anything you want to do now is your passport. And any passport that is outdated, expired, is no longer valid. They will only take expired passport if you are going to your country of origin, country of nationality. For example, if we are going to Banana, even if our passport is expired, because we are Spanish, they will always allow us to fly. You understand? But you cannot use it to come back. You must renew it. It must be valued before you enter into any country. So this man refused his children passports. And you know that before you go to school, now they don't take ordinary taheta. Because they are no longer in EU, you know. They are no longer in EU. If it were in those days that they were in EU, you can only use a residence. Like for example, if I'm going to Italy now, I'm going from Portugal to Italy, I can use only taheta. I don't need passport because they are all. You understand what I mean now? If you are going to school, if you want to go to school now, to apply for uni, it is your passport that you will put. You cannot put taheta. They will not take it. Okay, assuming now that your passport is expired, how will you apply for uni? This is what a father refused the children because he's angry with them. And this person that I'm telling you, once he told me that if the children commit offense, instead of him to beat the children, he will beat the wife. I'm telling you the truth. If I'm the wife, I'll break his head. You understand? He said it with his mouth. This is far when I never even... I know this person I'm telling you, I'm not telling you what I hear. I'm telling you what I know. If he likes, let him watch this video. Let him repent. Otherwise, he will suffer. This kind of people, they will end up in wheelchair. Nobody will clean their caca. I'm telling you the truth. It's true. He will end up in a home. Because the children will not be there. When he will need them, they won't be there. I'm telling you the truth. The Bible says, whatever you sow, you shall reap. He can't sow corn and go and reap a chicken. It's not possible. You know? He said if the children misbehave, he will beat the wife. He told me. I said, you beat your wife? He said, yes. In this new generations, you beat your wife if the children misbehave. I said, okay, come and marry my type. Because the one you marry will allow you now. Chinaza will behave. Then daddy will come and beat me. For what?
But why? Is it because the wife divorced him?
No. This is before they even got divorced. This was when they were still living together.
He just said because he's wicked.
I don't know. Maybe it is his belief that the woman supposed to train the children well. But training of children is not meant for one person. Mm-hmm. It is both parents. You understand? Mm-hmm. It is both parents that train children. Children need their motherly and fatherly love, care, discipline. Not just one person. You understand? Mm-hmm. If you come back home, I am not the only one that will tell you, oh, Chinaza, have you done your homework? No. It is not my duty alone. That is why we are parents. I am not parents and daddy is parenting. No. We are both parents, no? One person is not parent and the other person parenting. So you will transfer the aggression on the wife when the children misbehave. Instead of him to stand with the wife and say, oh, this child, you've done bad thing. This thing you do is not good. You understand? If there's any punishment to be given to the child, himself and the wife will stand and say, okay. Or maybe when he's punishing the child, the mother will say, it's okay, don't punish him again. But you did bad. You understand what I mean now? That's how I'm supposed to train children. Not that our people will say, that is, dog will go and shove shit. Then goat's teeth will decay. This one is too much for you. You say, Nkita is dog. And in the villages in those days, dog used to shove shit. Shove shit.
Eat.
They used to eat shit. There were some people who say, a dog cannot eat shit. And goat, you know what is goat? Mm-hmm. Goat teeth will now decay. It is the dog that eats shit that the teeth is supposed to decay. It is the child that commits a crime or offense. How do I say it?
Misbehave.
That misbehave. They're supposed to collect the punishment. Not the mother. The mother now is now the goat that is eating shit. That is now the teeth is now decaying. This is African proverb. You know what I mean now? They say you cannot work in this place and go and collect your salary in this place. It's the same thing. You anywhere you work, whatever you do, it is there that you will receive your pay. Whatever you do is you must receive your reward. So what am I saying now? This transfer aggression, I really want to base it on family. On family. Parents should not abandon their children because of their anger towards their partner. It is very bad. Even when they are no longer together, a father is supposed to support the children financially, support the children emotionally, support the children in any way they can. It does not mean that you have to pack all the money. The little you have, you really use it to support your children. They will understand. They will know that, oh, even though my mother and my father, they were not together because they could not stand each other. Some people, they will say there was no love. Sometimes if you ask European people, say, why did you separate or why did you divorce? They will say, no more. Now I must have more. No more love. Love die, marriage finish. But in African parents, even when love die, they will still be patching because of the children. Do you understand? Most people, most Africans, 80%, they will just, I already have children. What am I going to do? Especially now that I am 50 years, 60 years. Let me be managing the man. Let us be managing ourselves. Because of children. As long as there is no violence, there is no abuse, you'll be managing. The man will now become like a brother. Two of you will be looking at the children. Watch your children grow together. To be fair, a family that their mother and their father are together, the children are always good too. You can't shy away from that. Even though single parents, they are trying, it's not easy. So mostly African parents, they want to stay, especially women. They want to stay because of their children. They want to stay. As long as there is no abuse, no form of physical, emotional, or financial abuse, they stay because of children. To make sure that the children, they grow up in a home that is together. So what I'm saying is this. It is no good. It is not good to transfer aggression to children. Fathers should not transfer aggression to the children. Mothers should not transfer their aggression to the children. Should always be there, even when you are not together. You always be there. You call the children. You ask after their welfare. I pray that you people will end up marrying good husband and good wife. Say amen. Amen. You don't have any reason to say, I want to, it is my turn, because they do it week by week. The children will come this week. The woman will. The children, they are confused. I saw one post in Facebook. It was just an experiment. One small dog was in the middle. A man and a woman were like this. So they left the dog. This man ran this way. The woman ran this way. And they left the dog in the middle. So the dog want to go this way. He wants to go this way. He was turning around. He want to follow the man. Later he saw that the woman he want to follow the woman. So they said this is how confused children that are in separated homes are. They don't know whether to follow their daddy. They don't know whether to follow their mommy. You understand? Their life is not stable. It's not. To be honest, some people might say it's not true, but it is true. This week they are in this street. It is the turn of the children to stay with the mother. Next week, it is the turn of the father to stay with the children. They are always changing environment. Sometimes it affects their school. It affects their school too. It affects their studies. You know? So we shouldn't allow adult misunderstanding to affect our children. We shouldn't allow it. That is just what I'm saying. That is what is called transferred aggression. It is very, 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 very bad. Another important point I want to put here on this transferred aggression is aggression towards a particular ethnic group. You know that in Nigeria, we have ethnic groups. We have Igbos, we have Yorubas, we have Hausas, we have the Edos, we have we have about 250 something languages in Nigeria. Different languages. But the prominent ones in Nigeria, the three ethnic group in Nigeria is Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. You know, understand what I'm saying now? Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. We have other ones like Edos, the Bini people. It's not only Bini people that are Edo. You know, there are states, there are villages that are under Edo state, like Bini, Esan, all those, I don't know what it is called, where this my lady comes from. All of them are under a bit. Bini is more popular. That is because we have come across them. It's not as if other people, but the ones we know. So, if a Bini person offend me now, for example, one Bini person offend me, I will now transfer this my aggression, my anger, to all Bini people. Is it fair? Some other people are innocent. All those other ones are innocent. I cannot just come in contact with a Bini person and say, oh, every Bini person is bad. That is slander. You understand? Every Bini person is bad. Just because one single person offended me. Or me, I'm not in good terms with one. The same thing. You can't just come out and say, oh, all Igbo people are bad. Igbo, once they hear Igbo like this, their brain they crack. Why? Because maybe one Igbo person has done something that you don't like. So you just transfer the aggression to all Igbo persons. There was a sister. I want to tell you this, and I'm not going to mention the sister's name because you know the person. He was looking for a husband. You know that I used to do hookup for people to marry. Then a brother was looking for a wife. Then I approached her and I told her, I said, sister, there is a guy. Okay. There is a guy that is looking for a wife. And I know that you are not married. I don't know if you have anybody in mind that wants to marry you. She was interested though. She said, no, that she doesn't have anybody yet. I said, okay. Then I should get you to know the guy, and so that two of you will know yourself. It was in a church. I was telling her in a church. So two of you will get to know yourselves, and if it's okay by you, you go ahead and marry. Because the guy was looking for a wife, not girlfriend. Or not talking about girlfriend. Or. Then the sister asked me, he said, where is the person from? I said, the person is an Igbo brother. If you see the way she reacted, she even forgot that me that was telling her that I'm an Igbo. If you see the way she reacted, I felt so bad. I'm telling you. She just did her head, her small head. Igbo. God forbid the Igbo. forbid Igbo. Even me that is an Igbo woman. I said, why? You don't like Igbo people? He said, Tofia. He said he doesn't like, he will never marry Igbo man. I said, you never marry an Igbo man. You just say you go feel marry, so. She did not even tell me gently. I mean, in a very, respectful and friendly way. He just told me off, man, because he's an Igbo man. Maybe because one Igbo person has shown her shegel, she just transferred the aggression on every Igbo person. Every Igbo person. Somebody that you have not known. You don't know whether this person will be a different. You don't know whether it is God that is sending this person to you, to remove you from single. And up till now, you never still marry. You see, this I'm telling you is over. It's over. Chinaza, I don't think I even giving back to you now. Yes.
13 years.
Yes.
More than 13 years.
More than 13 years. Chinaza is 13 years now.
She's still single.
Yes.
Wow.
You see? Maybe if she had married that time, by now she would have stopped having children. She would have had maybe 2-3 children and rest. Why? Because of the bitterness in her heart towards Igbo people. Bitterness in her heart, unforgiveness in her heart. Even if an Igbo person has offended you, that does not mean that every Igbo man will offend you. You understand? I'm going to stop with this one that I'm telling you now. When I was going to city center some time ago, I saw one lady. She's in our church. You will know her. When I saw her coming with a man. So two of them stopped. They were greeting me. Oh, Madam Fifi. So we started greeting. So he said, I didn't bother to ask her, who is this man? She herself, she introduced the man to me. Say, Madam Fifi, meet my husband. I said, wow, a man with beer, I started making funds with them. The man started speaking Igbo to me. I said, so you are Igbo? When you see an Igbo person in a foreign land, and the person just greet you in Igbo, the first person you ask, Igbo? Say, yes, I'm Igbo. Give me one Igbo. Then why are you speaking Igbo like this? He said, my mama go Igbo. You understand now? The mother is from Igbo. Anambra, yes, Anambra, no, Asaba, Anambra. No, they speak almost the same tongue with daddy there. Then the father is from Edo. You understand? And he grew up in his mother's side, Igbo. And that was where he learned to speak Igbo. He's speaking his mother's tongue. If you look at it now, we are all one. This is a woman from Igbo land, married to an Edo man, have a child, and the child now grew up in her mother's side. Because, for example, now you can go and stay with my mother, and from there you will learn our dialect, That was how it happened. So, I cannot say, all Edo are bad. That means you are indirectly saying one of your sisters that is married to an Edo man is also bad because she has automatically become an Edo woman. You understand what I mean now? So, we don't need to transfer aggression. If somebody offends you, trash it out with that person. And don't carry that your anger the person have caused in your heart. Don't go and rest it upon another person. It's very bad. It's very bad. And God forbid that we'll come across people that will transfer aggression to us. They say, any law that is not our own, God, Epam. You know what I mean now? I think you enjoyed the teaching. You enjoyed the teaching, no? So we don't need to transfer aggression. When you marry, don't transfer aggression to your husband. Don't transfer aggression to your wife. you don't transfer aggression to your mother. So that life will be easy for us, man. You know? And the Bible says, let us read it again. Say, let all bitterness and the wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away, bam, from you with all malice. There are people that I will say, I will not talk with this person again. Me, I have said it. I don't want to talk with this person. I beg. I don't want to talk with this person. This person is so annoying. There are people that are so annoying. Their behavior, child, be careful, don't spoil that child. Their behavior, the things they do, the way they treat you. You understand? And I don't like to see when people are treating other people badly. I am not the one you are treating bad. You are not treating me bad directly. But when in my presence, you are treating another person, you know that you are making me to be angry. You understand? So I say, because of this thing that this person is doing, I don't think I will talk. I don't think I will be in good terms with him. But when I come back, I would still sleep. I say, God, I don't want this person to make me to miss heaven. Because by the time I start keeping you quiet, keeping you malice, I stop greeting you, I stop contributing when you are talking. When I see that you are talking, instead of me to be there, I go away. The bitterness will be in my heart. That means I'll be bitter all day. You know what I mean? When you are in a group of people that you don't agree with or that you are not in good terms with, one or two people that you are not in good terms with is there, and it's somebody that you are seeing every day. Anytime you see that person, you will be bitter in your heart. And I'm not that type. I don't like to live with bitterness. It weighs me down. I like to be happy. I like to smile. I like to laugh. You understand? Because this life is too short. And again, I mean, for your own mental health, you don't need to be all the time serious, all the time having malice, bitterness towards one person. So what do? You just forgive that person, even if it is not, the person does not deserve it. You know what I mean now? The person does not deserve your forgiveness, but because of Christ, because we ourselves, we don't deserve forgiveness, but God forgive us because of Christ. Then we are going to forgive the other person because of Christ, so that that person will not make us to lose heaven. That is the way I used to do my own. I always pray, I say, God, do not allow somebody to provoke me to the extent that I will find it difficult to forgive. Don't allow any provocation that will make me not to forgive be in my heart. Because you will be bitter, you will be unhappy. Every day you go, for example, you go to work and the person is there, you are going to be unhappy. And you are going to stay with that, like our work that we work 12 hours. You just carry bitterness from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the night. You be winch. You know what I mean? So let all bitterness go. Free your mind. And when your mind is free, the Spirit of God will dwell there. And it will give you joy. It will give you peace. It will give you strength. You know? So we are going to stop here for today. So Chinaza, what was our topic?
Anger, aggression.
Transferred aggression.
Transferred aggression. And we said that transferred aggression is when we are offended and we go and offend another person that is not part of our... You understand? We now go and heap our anger on another person that is innocent. That is what is called transfer aggression. So we are going to stop here. God bless you. Until next week, Thursday, when I will have chance again, we'll talk about a different topic that is also very interesting. I think today's topic is interesting. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about another topic next time. I'm not going to tell you now. It's going to be next week. God bless you.